Since he is the wealthiest person living by a considerable margin, Jeff Bezos is one of the most well-known names in the world. Several words come to mind when I hear the name Jeff Bezos. Some of the first adjectives that come to mind are wealthy, innovator, and engineer, along with several less favorable terms for some. Being born to the second wealthiest individual in the world certainly has its advantages. Like everyone else, the CEO and founder of e-commerce behemoth Amazon and spaceflight company Blue Origin enjoy watching Star Trek, sleeping, eating strange foods, and keeping meetings brief. Do you want to learn more about Jeff Bezos' life? Therefore, please don't skip the video and watch it till the end. Do you know that his super yacht has a support yacht? Bezos made headlines in May 2021 for his preparations for summertime sunbathing, just as the nation was preparing for the first summer that wasn't entirely postponed. According to Bloomberg, Bezos is constructing a 417-foot, $500 million yacht. The Netherlands, the luxury yacht mecca where it was born, reportedly intends to demolish a historic bridge solely so the career-high boat may sail out of Rotterdam. The ship was absurdly large, even by the standard of billionaire superyachts. A man must have a helicopter on his yacht, so Bezos hired a support vessel to sail next to his with a helipad because that sail also made it difficult for a helicopter to land. The shadow vessel, 246 feet long and can hold up to 45 crew and guests, is no slouch. His real estate holdings are worth an additional yacht and $78 million. According to Architectural Digest, Jeff Bezos has reportedly been secretly building up a portfolio of assets worth an anticipated $578 million at the end of 2021. With over $80 million left over, that would be enough to build a second career-high superyacht, or even a third shadow ship, dependent on the amount shadow ships are selling for in these inflationary times. His major properties: a 30,000-acre ranch in Texas with an unspecified cost, a 10,800 square foot, 13,600 square foot Beverly Hills house in the Georgian style. Bezos paid media magnate Jeff Geffen a record-breaking $165 million for the property, which is renowned at the Jack Warner Estate. His most recent purchase was the most expensive house on Maui, Hawaii, for $78 million. He combines massive mansions made of smaller residences. A few years after founding Amazon, Bezos began what would eventually be among his signature business strategies: purchasing groups of nearby houses to build enormous mansion colonies. According to Architecture Digest, in the 1990s, before he had significant money, Bezos purchased 2 mansions with a total square footage of about 29,000 on 5.3 hectares in Seattle's affluent Medina area, where Bill Gates resides. Later that year, when he acquired a third connected property, he added 24,000 square feet and 5 acres. This time, the mansion in the neighborhood was a Tudor-style residence with a $53 million price tag. Bezos paid $24.45 million on a Beverly Hills penthouse before the Warner Estate deal. A few years later, they paid $12.9 million to purchase the manor house next door. However, his most impressive house construction was done in Manhattan, where he pieced together a group of 5 apartments in the upscale Madison Square Park housing complex at 212 Fifth Avenue. He owns space in the structure totaling about 20,000 square feet and $120 million. He paid $80 million for the initial 3 as a bundle, then bought the other 2 separately. His insane car collection. Like other billionaires, Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, is enthralled by the world's most costly and unusual automobiles. Bezos takes journeys in his opulent car for work or play. The Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio that the creator of Amazon owns is valued at over $3 million. According to reports, Jeff Bezos has a $3.5 million Bugatti Veyron Mansory. One of the 7 Lykan hypersports car available went for more than $4 million to the founder of Amazon. Jeff Bezos purchases the most expensive house in Los Angeles. LA's most expensive property has been purchased for $127 million by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, who was reported to have been house searching with girlfriend Lauren Sanchez during the past few months. According to the Wall Street Journal, the 56-year-old owner of Amazon outbid the old record of just under $150 million spent for a Bel Air mansion last year when he purchased the 9-acre estate from media magnate David Geffen. Mr. Geffen purchased the house in 1990 for around $47.5 million. Initially completed in 1937, the 13,600 square feet Georgian-style palace belonged to Jack Warner, the late past president of Warner Bros. Studios. He travels miles above the ground. Bezos makes headlines even when he isn't sailing around in a yacht. Bezos was criticized for climate hypocrisy in November 2021, according to The Independent, when he arrived at the COP26 meeting in a Gulfstream 650ER, reportedly not very fuel efficient. Since the 650ER became the American manufacturer's flagship upon its release in 2014, and it has become the must-have private aircraft of the world's elite, Bezos' competitor in space, Elon Musk, has won. One of the giant private planes in the air, it has a range of 7,500 nautical miles and a top speed of Mach 925, thanks to its Rolls-Royce BR725 engines. You can have it if you want, but you must pay $65 million. Bezos loves to travel in his Gulfstream private jet. When you're on Jeff Bezos' level, a private plane may seem like a luxury, but it's virtually a need. The ability to travel at a moment's notice if necessary if you want to be the wealthiest and probably one of the most critical individuals in the world. Moreover, traveling first class isn't appropriate for someone with Bezos' level of fame. Instead, Bezos spent $65 million thoughtlessly on one of the finest private planes in the world. The Gulfstream G650ER is not only one of the fastest aircraft in the world, but it also has a Michelin-starred restaurant-like interior. Bezos always lands in style, that much is true. Bezos has spent a considerable amount for 1,000 years clock. Jeff Bezos has committed $42 million to create a somewhat odd artifact, an exceptional clock. This clock is distinctive not only because of its utterly astounding price, but also because it is intended to maintain time for 10,000 years. To be able to embody the immaterial longevity of time itself, Jeff Bezos invested in this. The clock will have a straightforward design, simple construction, and low maintenance requirements. Although the clock is still under construction, Bezos anticipates it will be one of the world's most extraordinary wonders for many years to come. He spent a few minutes of space for $5.5 billion. You can always try to obtain a ride with NASA if you wish to travel to space, but if your wealth is 10 times the space program's funding, as Fortune reported Bezos to be at the moment of the launch, why not simply start your own space company? Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos invested $5.5 billion in his private rocket company Blue Origin, and Blue Origin launched the tech tycoon into space. The hang time works out to be nearly $1.38 billion every minute. I guess that was enough about the luxurious life of Jeff Bezos. I hope you liked the video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. See you in the next video.